Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to make a gored skirt pattern. So for this pattern you're going to need a skirt block, so I will link my tutorial for one down below. To get started, we're simply going to trace around the front and the back pattern, making sure that your side seams are touching. But for this pattern we're actually not going to draw in the darts because we don't need them. So simply just continue that waistline and don't draw in the dart notches. So once you've traced out the pattern, you're going to mark in which one is the front and which is the back, and then draw in your hip line. So on the front pattern, we're going to divide the skirt into 3 equal parts, and then using a ruler, we're going to draw in straight lines to divide the skirt up. And now we're going to move around to the back. Again, you're going to want to divide the skirt into 3 equal sections and then draw in straight lines to divide it up. So going back to the front pattern, starting from the waist at the centre front line, we're going to measure down 14 centimetres. And then we're going to draw a straight line from the centre front line to the side seam. And this is where our darts are going to end. So now we actually need to draw in our new darts. So those divided lines that we drew in are actually going to act as a guide for our new darts. So on the front pattern, we're going to add in 2 new darts and they're going to be 1.5 centimetres wide. So simply measure 0.75 centimetres each side of the divide lines. So now using your ruler, we're going to draw in the new darts down to that line that we've drawn out from the centre front line to the side seam. So lastly, we need to extend the waist by 1 centimetre, and then using a curved ruler, you're going to draw in the new waist to hip side seam. So now moving around to the back, we're going to measure down 14 centimetres from the waistline, just like we did on the front pattern, and then draw a straight line from the centre back line to the side seam. So the new back darts are going to measure 2.5 centimetres each. So this time you're going to measure 1.25 centimetres each side of the divide lines. So once you've that done, go ahead then and draw in the new darts down to the line that we've drawn out from the centre back to the side seam. So like the front, we're going to extend the waist by 1 centimetre and then draw in the new side seam with a curved ruler. So now it's time to trace out the individual patterns. So make sure that when you're tracing these out that you leave a good distance between each section, as you're going to be widening the hem, so you're going to need room to do this. So once you've them traced out, go to the hem of each section of the skirt and we're going to add in the flare. So I went with 3 centimetres, but this is where you can get creative. So you can go as big or as small as you want, all depending on your style. So using a ruler, you're going to draw in the new hem width right up into the side seams of the skirt sections. So once you've that done, you can go ahead and mark in all your information, and if you want you can also add your seam allowance, and then that'll be your pattern completely finished. So now we'll just go ahead and move on to the front pattern. So like the back, we're going to trace out all the skirt sections individually, leaving a generous gap between each one. So once you've them traced out, again, go to the hem and add in your chosen flare width. Again, I just went with 3 centimetres. So now join the new points right up into your side seams of the skirt sections. So with this pattern you can get very creative. For example, you could add extra flare in the back and less in the front, or you could add different flare sizes to each section. It's all up to you on how you want to design your skirt. So once all that's done, you can add in all your information, and again you can add your seam allowance, and then you're good to go. So that is both the front and the back complete. So it is a pretty straightforward pattern. It can be a lot of work with all the tracing, but it can work out really, really well if you get really creative with your measurements. So I really hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and don't forget to thumbs up the video if you're enjoying these patterns and you want to see more. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.